Welcome back. It seems logical that if you want to overcome an emotional wound in your life, you might not want to revisit it too often, but logic has not very much to do with this process. Here to help us heal by dealing directly with our pain is mental health expert Dr. Gregory Jantz. It's good to see you again.
Oh, thank you, Margaret.
It's good for my mental health to have you here.
Well, let's do it. Tough topic.
It is. We were talking about this in the office. Everybody has emotional wounds.
Sure we do.
They may be from childhood. They may be from something you're currently going through.
Right.
What do you consider the definition of an emotional wound?
Emotional wound is one of those things that there's still a tenderness and that I may easily take an offense to. I know if I have emotional wounds, there are those things on the back burner that can come back up sometimes pretty quickly.
Right.
Sometimes
and
it
surprisingly.
may surprise somebody else or maybe even ourselves. Yeah, and there are three emotions that really can cause us a challenge.
Okay, tell me about those.
Sure. I call them the three deadly emotions. So there's anger. Maybe another word for anger could be hurt.
Yeah, because that's often the expression of the pain, correct?
Yes, it's out of hurt. Then there's fear. So anxiety and worry fit under the fear heading. Then there's guilt. So, and guilt could be true guilt or false guilt. People tend to have a lot of false guilt. I'm just feeling guilty about a lot of different things.
Or the way a kid may feel guilty
Sure.
that they've caused problems in their parents' marriage or something that's like not true, but they feel that way.
Now I'm going to step out and say a healthy person, which we're all working on.
Yes, a work in progress.
Is a person, Margaret, that is working towards managing anger, fear, and guilt in a healthy way.
Interesting.
Because we're all going to have those.
Yeah.
But if we allow those to fester, if I allow hurt or anger to fester, then I'm a person that may easily have trouble with forgiveness. I may look through the lens of the world through resentment or bitterness, and so I'm really easy to pick up an offense. Sometimes I may even misread things people are saying because I'm so full of hurt.
Right. I think we've all known somebody in our lives
Sure.
who nursed a hurt for a long time and had a great deal of trouble getting over it. And I mean, who am I to say how long it takes to get over whatever? But is it possible to get addicted to that feeling, to actually get something out of being angry or hurt and keeping that going?
Margaret, great question. We can feel really powerful. If I'm angry and I'm hurt, I'm powerful. I may even say and do things that I wouldn't normally do. So there is a sense of powerfulness. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all, but I may feel powerful because of that hurt and anger. And then I may justify my behavior. You know, under anger, we may say some things that we may really regret, and we can be emotionally violent with our words.
And maybe even feel justified for doing it.
We're going to justify it. We're going to say, and then here's the next stage. We move to a place of blame. We're blaming other people for our unhappiness. We're blaming other people for everything in life. So we develop what I kind of call a spirit of blame. You end up being a blaming person.
And now, you don't want to be.
You don't want to be, because what happens is it's hard to have relationships. So, yeah.
Is it hard for you when you deal with somebody, is it difficult to get down to what's really at the bottom of some of these feelings?
Okay. 31 years of experience now. It sounds weird to say that.
But that's good. We want you to have that much experience and come talk to us.
Of working with people with issues.
Right.
And I'm going to say that the number one thing that we see is people who struggle with forgiveness. It's forgiveness of other people, it's forgiveness of the past, and then there's self-forgiveness. And I don't mean to loosely talk about forgiveness today and just say, well, just forgive, it's all over. I don't mean to infer that at all. But if I can become a more forgiving person, then I'm willing to give up some of that hurt. But, you know, hurt can serve a purpose. It can justify my behavior. I don't want to be with people because they hurt me, so I can isolate. So, but I'm going to say the number one stumbling block is figuring out forgiveness. Self-forgiveness is a big one too.
Yeah, it can be tough. How important is therapy or some sort of counseling through something like that seems to have lasted in your life? Or I think you kind of know it when it's holding you back, or that it's something that others mention to you and you're kind of aware of it. How helpful is another impartial person?
I think we need to be willing and be humbled to say, you know what, this really isn't making me happy. There's some issues here. I think I need some help with this. You know, just come to that place. ultimately, if we step back and go, am I really happy with my life? I'm really happy with what this is doing. You know, all those deadly emotions can have physical implications, affect our sleep, affect our well-being, affect our, we know that digestion can be affected. So it can affect all of us.
The mind, gut.
Yes.
Are there things people can't get over, or do you find, you know, when working with people that almost anything can if we're real with it?
I think almost anything can. Now, I'm going to say there are some things that are a greater challenge. If we've had a sudden, unexpected loss or a great injustice, a person or a loved one that was killed by a drunk driver, where there was things that were totally out of our control, a shooting, things that are so hard that there's no explanation for them. I think there's some challenges there. And I don't mean any of this to sound easy, but we need to look and say, okay, am I going to live this way and be embittered, or am I going to find a way somehow not only to forgive, but to do something good with the pain I have had?
Right. To explore it and get somewhere
Just
with
be
it.
willing to do that.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. There's so much more to talk about.
There
Please
is.
come back soon, and we'll keep exploring this.
Thanks, Margaret.
Coming up, this will help our mental health as well. How to get better sleep after break.